I'm Loretta with TLC Peacocks. Today in our video we're going to learn what to feed our peafowl. It's a very important thing, and it's a very often asked question by new peafowl owners. In my early years, 20 years ago, I thought I knew what to feed my peafowl. It was a no-brainer. I wanted them to lay, so feed them chicken layer and I'll get lots of eggs and lots of baby pea chicks, right? Wrong. I did feed them Laena, chicken feed, for about 4 or 5 years, but then I started seeing trouble. I had my very first male get weak, not eating, started to limp, and I didn't know how to fix it. So I took him to the avian vet, and the first thing he asked me is, "What are you feeding the birds?" And I told him I was feeding them Laena. I wanted them to lay. He looked at me and said, "That's way too high of calcium." The calcium level in Laena is 4%. I avoid that like the plague now. The game bird calcium is a little lower. It is 2.5 to 3.5%, and I only feed the game bird layer during laying season because the males don't need the calcium support at all, and the hens only need calcium support during that brief window of laying from April through June or early July. So I really encourage you to look at your labels and find a calcium level that's safe for your birds. On the protein level, I also encourage you, those are the two most important things. Protein level, I feed the adult breeders about an 18% protein. A lot of people want to feed them turkey starter, turkey grower, turkey rations. Those are 28 to 30% protein, and you will get visceral gout from too much calcium and too much protein, and you'll shorten the life of your birds. So look at your labels and learn how to feed your peafowl correctly. The other thing I would warn you against is don't feed cat food. A lot of people think that's a good healthy treat. My vet said no, it's got way too much salt, it's very hard on the kidneys, and it's not healthy for our birds at all. So avoid the cat food. If you want to give them a treat, small kibble, good quality dog food would be a nice treat from time to time. Or if you have a sick bird, you can use the dog food kibble soaked in medicine water. We'll talk about that in another video. But the other thing I wanted to talk about was how to start your baby chicks. A lot of people want to start them on turkey starter because they think that's a good thing to do. It's not. I made that mistake when I started 20 years ago, thinking that if turkey starter was good for 3 or 4 weeks, that it would be better if I just continued on that good quality 30% protein for 3 or 4 months. At about 2.5, 3 months, I started seeing my pea chicks get slip tendons. That's almost impossible to fix. It's extremely bad for the birds, and they're crippled for life. So I never feed turkey starter. It's just asking for trouble. And if you feed turkey starter for more than 2 or 3 weeks, you will see visceral gout over time in your birds. Last year I switched from a 17% chick starter to a 20% chick starter. And late in the fall, early winter, I saw two of my chicks get slip tendons. And I realized that protein was too high for them. So I dropped them back to an 18% grower ration. And that was it. I didn't see more problems, no more slip tendons. So even though we want to feed our best to the birds, we can kill them with kindness and ignorance. And I encourage you to read your labels. I'm always looking at labels. These happen to be from Kalmbach Feed, and I really like Kalmbach Feed. It's spelled Kalmbach, but that's here in Ohio. Other feeds that I've fed, I used to feed Triple Trust from Kentucky. That was a pretty good stuff. They had Game Bird Feeder, and another one that's pretty much nationwide, I think, is a Nutrina brand All Flock, and that has an 18% protein. It's really good for the birds year-round. I don't think we've talked about the grower ration. The chick starter, 17%, 18% maximum. The adult breeders, just for breeding season, actually year-round, 18% is really good for the adult breeders. And then the calcium, you bump it up for the breeding season. But for year-round grower ration, that is my favorite feed for the birds. After the chicks are about 4 to 5 months, I move them into a grower ration. It has just a tiny bit more calcium for 17% up to 18%. And not calcium, sorry. The protein is 17, it bumps up to 18%. But the calcium stays really low, and it's critical for the birds to grow healthy and not get sick. Hope you've enjoyed the video today, and if you have, please like and subscribe to keep up with TLC Peacocks and learn more about our upcoming videos. Have a great day.